Hi, it's Eric Edberg talking to you from a beautiful cabin in the Smoky Mountains where I have come for the weekend. And here is the review that I promised my students at DePauw University about practicing the Galamian 3-octave scale routine in the transcription that the wonderful cello teacher Hans-Jürgen Jensen at Northwestern University published some years ago. And what we found is that they just seem absolutely overwhelming to most of us when we first try to do them. But if we take that arpeggio sequence and play it in just 1 octave and do that for a few days until we really have it internalized and assimilated and we feel really fluent with it, then we go on to 2 octaves. Then when we do it in 3 octaves, it doesn't seem like a unmanageable, overwhelming morass of notes to handle. So I will play through this on the slow side. I'll narrate what's going on. What I want you to remember and notice is that it's 1 note changing at a time. Then we just have an extra note when we have the 4-note dominant 7th arpeggio in the middle of the sequence. Then I'll do a little bit faster, and what I suggest is that you start it slow enough so that you understand what's going on, but when you're practicing, do it with enough sense of momentum that you have this sense of 1 note changing at a time as you're doing the sequence. So we start with a C minor arpeggio. We're doing everything just in first position because these are in C. We're using the open C string, so we're only on the C and the G strings. Find the C on the G string with your 4th finger, so your hand is set in first position. We're going to start out with open 2nd finger, open 4. So we have the C minor. Now the G becomes an A flat, so add your low 1st finger. That's an A flat major arpeggio. Now the 2nd finger goes up to 3 for an E natural. That makes it an augmented triad. Now the 1st finger comes up to A natural. That makes it an A minor arpeggio. Now the 1st finger is going to go up to 2, and we add in the open G string. That makes for a 4-note dominant 7th arpeggio. Now the 3rd finger comes up to 4. The 2 goes back to 1. Don't play an open string. That's an F major arpeggio. Now we bring the 1st finger back to A flat. That's an F minor. Now we have open G. That's the 4-3 suspension, and finally the C major. Okay, now I'm going to play it through a little bit faster. You want to do this, just feel the flow, so you can watch this, you can play along with this. You just got to get it worked out in first position and get so that you can play it without looking at the music. As a matter of fact, looking at the printed music in 3 octaves can be really confusing when you're doing it in just 1 octave. So, C minor. G goes up to A flat. Now the E flat's going to go up to E. A flat or G sharp goes up to A. Now we have the dominant 7th with 4 notes. Now 3 goes up to 4, 2 to 1 for F major. 1 goes back to A flat for F minor. That A flat, first A flat was low sharp. Now open G for the 4-3 suspension. And finally 3 for a Z major. So that's not so bad, is it? Just do that for a few days, 2 or 3 days until you've got it, and then go on to doing it in 2 octaves.